Welcome back, history finders. Today, we step behind the rusted gates, continuing our journey from the cold iron of Bethlehem steel to an even more vanished ghost in the Pennsylvania hills. This is the Valley of Hard Coal. And beneath these overgrown brush piles, something massive used to stand. You can still feel the weight of it in the damp air. We are standing right on the footprint of the Huber breaker. It sat in Ashley, Pennsylvania. Built in 1939 by the Glen Alden Coal Company. It wasn't just a building. It was a cliff of concrete and steel rising out of the earth. A mountain engineered entirely by human hands. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine a structure stretching 212 feet into the sky. That is taller than a 20-story skyscraper. Crammed with roaring machinery, shaking foundations, and millions of pounds of anthracite coal moving entirely by gravity. Anthracite was different from the bituminous coal we saw down in the western counties. It burned hot. It burned clean. It heated homes across the northeastern seaboard and fed the furnaces of a growing empire. But before it burned, it had to be broken. Cleaned. Sorted. Right here. At its absolute peak, this single towering complex processed over 7,000 tons of anthracite coal every single day. 7,000 tons. Day in, day out, through depressions and world wars. The tonnage moved through these iron veins like black blood. The genius of the breaker was simple physics. Gravity. Raw coal came up the shaft in skips, dumped in at the very top of the 212-foot tower. From there, it fell. Tumbling down through massive steel shakers, vibrating screens, and heavy washing troughs. As the rock and coal crashed downward, it separated by size and weight. Slate and bone dropped out one side. Pure anthracite cascaded out the other. It was a deafening, violent cascade of stone that never stopped. Not for lunch. Not for nightfall. And inside that deafening roar lived the dust. Choking, thick anthracite dust that settled into the lungs of everyone who stepped inside. Men spent their entire lives breathing it. Coughing up black lung in the valley towns below. Long before automation took over, this place relied on the breaker boys. Young kids sitting on wooden planks right above the roaring chutes, reaching into the fast-moving river of sharp coal to pull out slate with their bare hands. Their fingers wrapped in rags. Their faces coated in black grime. It was dangerous work. Brutal work. If you slipped, the chutes would pull you under. Yet generations of families in Luzerne County walked these tracks. They tied their lives to the fortunes of Glen Alden and the black stones coming out of the ground. Walking here now, you have to search hard for the ghosts. The trees have moved in. Saplings push through cracked concrete slabs where massive dynamos once hummed. Nature is reclaiming the mountain, slowly erasing every trace of human muscle. For decades, the Huber breaker stood as a proud historic landmark. People called it the last great breaker in the Wyoming Valley. A cathedral of the coal age. Architects and historians traveled from all over just to stare up at its towering concrete ribs. But historic designation doesn't always mean survival. Maintenance costs piled up. Steel corroded beyond repair. Owners walked away. And in 2012, the decision was made. The giant had to come down. They didn't preserve it. They didn't turn it into a museum. In 2012, explosives and heavy wrecking balls reduced the 212-foot monolith to a pile of rubble. In a matter of days, a century of heritage was swept into trucks and hauled away. Look at this open space now. Just weeds, gravel, and an empty clearing where thousands of men once earned their daily bread. It is quiet here now. Too quiet. The roar of the coal shakers is gone forever. It makes you ask a heavy question. When the physical monuments of our sweat are leveled to dust, what keeps their memory alive? Is it photographs in dusty archives? Or is it simply us, standing here in the weeds, refusing to let the silence win? Keep looking up at what we used to build. See you in the next ruin.